Hi guys, welcome back. So earlier on today I was looking back at some older videos that I made and I came across a period talk video, so I decided to make part 2 of that. So if periods gross you out or you don't want to hear about it, I suggest you move on to a different video because, well, we're going to talk about it. So first, what I didn't do in the last video that I want to do in this video is I kind of want to talk about how I got my period, like my first period. So basically I got my first period a month after I turned 10, so like really young, and I never gotten the period talk, so I didn't know what it was. And I remember it was kind of late at night and I was watching a scary movie. Don't remember what movie, but I think it had werewolves. And then I went to the bathroom and blood. And so at first I thought I was kind of seeing things, the movie scared me into thinking something was there when it wasn't. When I realized that it was not going away and it was still there, woke up my mom and she kind of tried to explain it to me, set me up with a pad, and then I went to sleep. So I got mine really early, and that kind of runs my family. And thinking now, I've had my period for almost 7 years now, which may not seem long to somebody who's older and has had their period a lot longer, 20-30 years. But if you think about it, you get a period once a month for 7 years. That's a lot of periods. So I don't know if it's just me, but having my period really early and having such a heavy flow as I do, I feel like I can just have the most awesome babies. I know it has nothing to do with that. I don't know, it's weird, but I kind of feel proud, my eggs are better than yours, but really in reality it has nothing to do with that. Whether you start your period at 9 or you started at 16, whether it's a 1-2 day period or if it's 2 weeks, it really doesn't mean anything. But it just makes me feel I don't know, it just makes me feel proud, or just proud about it. I don't know, it's probably just me. And then I know some girls, they don't always get their period every month. It's a lot of hit and miss, some months they have it, some months they don't. But I've always been pretty regular. I've never missed a month. It always lands 3 days before I'm supposed to get it, or 3 days after, somewhere around there. It's never super early or super late. But there was this one time where it started at 2 weeks and 5 days, so really early, and I was like, what the hell? And then there was one time where it was 11 days late, and I was like, am I pregnant? So when you're like me and you're a virgin, you've never had sex, and you are later in your period, you get to thinking that you just might be the next Virgin Mary. Now, it always ends up starting and making you feel like a complete dumbass for feeling that way, but in the days leading up to it starting, you get more panicked. At first you're oh, okay, it's a couple days late, it's fine. But then once it goes over a week, you're wait, this doesn't happen. And then you start getting to thinking, wait, if I am, will anybody believe me? And then you start kind of realizing actually what Mary went through. I don't know if you guys are religious, but if you are, you start to imagine is this what Mary went through? Is this how she felt? Nobody believed her. And you start thinking, is that how my family are going to feel about me? And you're just and then it finally starts and you feel like a dumbass, but you're really relieved. And then you have a hell of a lot more respect for her for actually having to go through that. Now, I know not every girl wants to be completely open about their period with their boyfriend, and not every boyfriend, really wants their girlfriend to be completely open about their period. But I've got me a good one, okay? And we're in a long distance relationship, so if he didn't want to hear about it, he could pretty much just shut off his phone and not talk to me until it's over. But he actually listens, and he actually cares. And it's always funny when I'm complaining about my stomach hurting or my boobs hurting or whatever. He's isn't your period supposed to be starting in 3 days? And you look and it's exactly 3 days, and you're he keeps better track of my period than I do. I'm not even kidding. I will not even realize that it's about to start, but he will. And when I'm on my period, I pretty much have to wear jeans for a week, because if I wear flimsy shorts or leggings, anything with that that kind of material, my pad shows through it and you can see it, and I'm just that. And I'm pretty sure if you're wearing tampons or you're wearing you don't have a heavy flow and you can wear small little pads, probably not a problem for you. But when I have to literally pretty much practically wear a diaper, the pad is so big, yeah, that's gonna be noticeable. So I don't think that like I'm overly moody when I'm on my period, and since I have nobody else right now to vouch for that, you guys will just have to take my word for it. But I don't like feel like I'm overly moody, but it seems every time I'm on my period, the world just seems out to get me. Like it's just like the drama happens. No other time of the month, but just like when I'm on my period, that's when everybody decides to like piss me off, and I'm like, I think though one of my major like moods when I'm on my period is like I'm very clingy and like I want like attention constantly, but like I only like want attention from like my partner, so I don't really want to talk to anybody else. I just want him. And so like I probably get like really annoying when I'm just like, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Grabs hand, puts on head, attention. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Guess what? I love you. And God forbid he doesn't give me attention for 2 seconds. I will be like, you don't love me anymore. I'm gonna go cry. And like I said in my last video, I don't wear tampons. Tampons are scary, okay? So I have really heavy, really long periods, so my period doesn't like fully stop until like, it takes like 2 weeks to get my period to like fully stop. So I'm pretty much wearing pads for 2 weeks straight, and I get like major rashes in like the crease of my leg, and it hurts so bad, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't just like not wear one, so I have to just continue to make the rash worse. And then I'll think it's slowing down, you know, it's slacking off. So I won't wear like my entirely like huge ones anymore. I'll like wear the smaller ones. And then what do you know? It starts up again and it leaks. And then in the days leading up to your period, you always feel like it's about to start, you know, because you're waiting on it. So you're going to the bathroom a million times a day to check, and there's never anything. Okay, so then you're finally like, no, not going to check anymore. I'm done. No. And then that's when it decides to start, but you know, you don't go check, and so then there's like a huge mess. And then there's always the times where you're at somebody's house or they're at your house and they want you to go in the pool or do anything with the water, and you can't because you're on your period, but you don't want to tell them that, so you're like, no, and they're like, why? And you're like, because. And then it just keeps going on, and either, you know, you don't want to tell them because you're embarrassed, or maybe they're like too young or whatever and they don't know about it, and you like, they think that you just don't want to, and so then they, you know, they're upset because you don't want to do anything with them, but in reality you can't. So I think that's it for this video. If you can relate to any of these struggles, if you have any questions, or if you just want to talk, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified every time we upload. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye!